All right, make sure it's focused this time. Jesus Christ. It is currently 8:30 in the morning. We was out here at 8, but and recorded an entire video. Unfortunately, it was not in focus, so I just looked like somebody recorded it off of an Android. No diss to anybody that got an Android, but it just wasn't. It wasn't up to par. I can tell you that. And so here we are again. It's beautiful out. Snowed last night, or really all day yesterday. Still kind of snowing right now, but man, it's beautiful. I don't want to take up too much of y'all time. Kind of just want to talk about the power of the tongue, because I don't think people quite understand how powerful you are, or how powerful your tongue is when you speak something into existence. Whether it's positive or negative, it works both ways. And so, first thing first, like when I wake up in the morning, man, first thing I do within the first hour of me waking up, as I'm walking out the door or whether I'm driving to a gym, man, the first thing I do is I speak about just gratitude. And I think sometimes we get so caught up in our own circumstances and in our own predicaments, whether it's positive or negative, and we forget to kind of just thank God for everything that we do have instead of just focusing on what we don't have at the moment. Like it's easy to sit there and talk about gratitude when everything's going right, you know? Like when you're sitting there and, you know, the family's intact, your relationship is going well, you just got a promotion, money's coming in through trading or your e-commerce or your side hustle, everything in life is going pretty good. It's easy to be grateful then. But even still, what I realize is as people, we don't take a second to even just thank God. You know, it's like we kind of forget He's the one that's provided that for us. And so the first thing that I've incorporated into my routine, and it's been like this for a while now, like multiple years, is when I wake up, is like, God, hey, just thanks for waking me up this morning. Just thank you for waking me up and allowing me to open up the two best gifts that you've given me, which are my eyes, and be able to see the beauty of your creation. Like, it's cold as hell. Like, don't get me wrong, it's cold as shit right now, but man, I'm looking around, I'm like, bro, this is beautiful. This is like straight out of a movie scene or straight out of a book. The way that it's just little flurries coming down and the sun is just bouncing off the snow, and like, this is beautiful right now. And so waking up and find something to be grateful for, and it's easy to do that when everything's going your way, but what about when things aren't going your way? And still finding a moment to be grateful, because when things aren't going your way, man, it's easy to kind of get caught up and sucked into this negative pocket or this negative realm, and you're like, man, my relationship is about to fail. Coach Jesse, you don't understand. I just lost my job, or I got demoted, or my parents, they're fighting. I'm not getting the opportunities that I want or I feel like I deserve, you know, in my sport. You know, cause like there's just a lot of things that are going wrong, and it's so easy to kind of get caught up on everything that's bad in your life. And I understand that, but I also understand that, man, only focusing on what's bad in your life while everything is already going to shit, man, keeps you in a pile of shit. Like, make that a quote. Focusing on all the shit in your life, and focusing on all the shit in your life when things are already shit just keeps you in a pile of shit. It does you no good. And you might think it's funny. Some people talk about, you know, they use it as a coping mechanism. Maybe they talk about, oh, you know, my relationship is failing, but it's fine. Like, you hear people, you know, make joke of their negative situation all the time to try to provide some type of coping mechanism. You know, whether it's laughing, jokes, you know, whatever the case is. But like, even what I realize is, man, if you're able to find something positive in all that shit that you're going through, it makes all the difference. For a quick second, it doesn't feel as bad. Now, I'm not saying now that's easy said than done, but like even last week, and this is just a cool little example, but like even last week, or I guess the other day, woke up late, feel like I'm about to get fired. I'm, you know, rushing my ass trying to get to my job site, and I'm sitting there and I'm bashing myself a little bit, but then even for a quick second, I said, God, let me just take a second and just thank you for waking me up this morning. And you gave me a fighting chance. You know, it wasn't like I woke up, it was 9 o'clock. I woke up and, you know, we started in 25 minutes, you know, so I'm like, I had a fighting chance still. And so just waking up and being grateful for something like that, man, waking up and maybe your relationship is failing, but y'all still together. You still have an opportunity to figure it out. Man, that's a blessing. You're tired from all the work that you're doing, man. What a blessing it is to wake up tired from the work you're doing in order to try to provide the life that you want, to try to obtain everything that you want. That's a blessing, bro. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you're not getting the opportunities you feel like you deserve in whatever sport you're going through or the job that you're going, the career path that you're in. Man, what a blessing it is to take a second and be able to evaluate the people around you and see what they're doing right. And to take a second and be like, oh, this is what I could be getting better at. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a blessing in everything, bro. And so that's number one in the power of the tongue, is just being grateful, finding something to be grateful for, whether you're in a negative situation or a positive situation. Whether you're in a positive situation, bro, and don't forget that God's the one that gave you everything that you currently have. And if you're in a negative situation, man, I just encourage you to find two things that you're grateful for. And remind yourself, man, that every season comes and goes. Whether it's good and bad. Nothing good lasts forever, nothing bad lasts forever. So if you're in a negative situation, bro, just remember, hey, this too will pass. And if you're in a good situation, man, enjoy it. But also understand, hey, man, like, enjoy it while you got it, because it's not a guarantee that's going to be here forever. You know what I'm saying? And so that's first thing. Second thing is just understanding, man, the power that you have when it comes to speaking things into fruition or speaking things into existence. And the best example I could use, because everybody loves relationships, everybody loves relationship, advice. Everybody at one point, I believe, been through a relationship or a situationship where, everything was going well, and then they run into a wall, and maybe they're not vibing as much as, they once were. Maybe they're not meshing as well as they once were. And somebody in the relationship looks at their partner and they go, I feel like you're going to break out with me. I feel like you're going to leave me. I feel like you're going to take off on me. I feel like you're going to cheat on me. Like, whatever the case is. And again, they might do it in a joking sense, but they don't realize that speaking that into the world plants a negative seed. And what tends to happen is now all of your actions follow everything that you just said. And so whether you're sitting there, you're like I've seen it happen. People will sit there and be like, I feel like you're going to break up with me. I feel like you're going to break up with me. And the relationship probably had no type of course. It had no trajectory of ending in a broken relationship. But because they spoke about it, 9 times out of 10, that relationship ends up breaking off. They end up breaking up. They end up going separate ways. Not because they ever had intentions to, but because you spoke it into existence. The power of the tongue is so, so powerful. If you speak it, then your actions tends to follow. And, and we'll go back to the relationship though. You might have had your relationship probably never meant to end. It probably had no type of trajectory on ending. It probably had no meaning of breaking up or whatever the case is. But because you speak about breaking up, because you speak about divorce, because you speak about all these negative things, then what tends to happen is you tend to self-sabotage yourself in your relationship, in your circumstances, in your situations, trying to prevent something that was never going to cease to exist. Like, you was never going to break up, but because you kept talking about it, now all of a sudden you started over-analyzing your relationship, or that person started, started just doing too much in the relationship. Now every time there's silence, they look at you and they go, oh, I wonder if that person's okay. Did I do something wrong? Oh, is it me? Anytime that they spend time out later because they don't want to get intimate with you. Oh, am I the problem? They must not like me anymore. No, the motherfucker just worked all damn day. The motherfucker dealt with kids all day. The motherfucker did X, Y, and Z all damn day. They just tired. You know what I'm saying? And so that goes both ways though. The power of the tongue is so real. So you could speak things into existence, or you could tear things apart with just a simple couple sentences and a couple of words. And it's the same thing goes with the other side, man. You wake up and you go, hey, I think I'm going to be successful in my craft. I'm going to earn the right to start on my team. I'm going to earn the respect of the people around me. I'm going to be successful in trading or e-com or whatever the case is, whatever the case may be. How many people do you know or see people talk about, yeah, man, even though I was dead broke on my ass and I had nothing in my name, the wife just left me and my relationship just ended, I just got fired from my job, but I kept telling myself I was going to be successful. I kept telling myself I was going to be rich. I was going to be able to travel and do all these things. And it actually happened. So many people talk about it. And yet so many people fail to realize, man, what you say can actually bring about whatever it is that you're speaking about. And so that's why when I wake up in the morning, bro, not only first thing I do, I don't ask God for anything. I just tell him, man, I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to receive the opportunity to step into everything that you're calling me to be. And it means so much. And then right after I go, God, I believe I'm going to be successful. I believe I'm going to be able to impact thousands and millions of people through video content and through speaking at events and teams and facilities. I believe that I'm going to be able to travel and meet people that I once looked up to. I believe I'm going to be able to do all these things we keep talking about. I believe I'm going to be able to make it with this e-com thing and be able to grow communities and be a blueprint for the younger generation to follow. I don't just say that just to say that. I say it because I honestly believe it. It starts with your thoughts. And then because I honestly believe it, because I keep speaking about it, bro, every single day, what you think I'm doing? I'm actively trying to make what I'm talking about actually come to life. I don't know what it is. You speak about something, your actions are going to follow. And so, man, just be careful about what you speak, because what you speak, man, it has the power to actually bring about and bring into reality what it is you're speaking about. Then again, it goes both ways. That's why, man, I tell people all the time when they're in a bad situation or maybe their relationship's about to fall apart, the kids are driving them insane, their job isn't going the way that they wanted to, man, just wake up and find something to be grateful about and speak about what it is you actually want to do. Your relationship is about to fail. Hey, we're going to make this work. We're going to make this work. We're going to figure it out. Honey, I'm not sure exactly how we're going to, but just know that we're going to make this work. Even if you honestly don't believe that shit, you speak about it, bro, holy shit. The shift starts happening. Everything starts turning. Whether it's your job or whatever the case is, be careful about what it is you speak about and be intentional and understand that your actions will follow. So that's really all I want to come and talk to you guys about. That was something that was on my heart last night. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Again, if you rock with the journey, bro, follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Coach Jesse Official. And then always you can follow my personal account at amari.jesse on Instagram. But yeah, man, it's just power of the tongue, man. That's why I believe I'm also, I believe I'm going to be successful. Not only because I honestly believe it, but because every day that I wake up, my actions follow right along with what I'm talking about, with what I honestly believe. And I tell God all the time, hey, bro, I seen what you did for others. I seen what you done for others. Why can't that be me? And sometimes I feel like God looks at me and go, you know what? Hell yeah. Why can't that be you? Let's go. Now there's a process to it, but it can happen. It can happen. Man, it's beautiful out here. Rest of today, man, I'm gonna go inside. Again, this is the second time I recorded this shit. First time just wasn't in focus, but it is what it is. I'm gonna go inside, immediately upload this to the computer, do some editing, upload it to YouTube, work on Empire. I talk about things like you guys know what they are. If you don't know what Empire is just a motivational niche or page that I have up on Instagram that I started a couple months ago. And I call it Empire because you're building yourself in the morning. So if you want to follow that, bro, and just see what's on it, I'm sure there's something on there that's going to speak volumes to you and speak life to your situation. Man, hop up on there on Instagram. It's AMPIRE Nation on Instagram, Empire Nation. And you can follow that along. And man, I'm telling you, man, there's some great stuff that's been uploaded on there. And every time I hop on there, man, it speaks volume to me. So I know there's other people that could benefit from it, but go on there, plan out, make a couple posts, plan out the rest of the week, schedule the posts for the week, and then study. And when I say study, I'm just really studying for e-com. I've learned that, I went to work last night, I went to work yesterday, didn't make a whole lot of money. I mean, obviously it's fucking snowing and looks like Elsa walked up and down this bitch and said, let it snow. And so it's all slippery and shit. I mean, I'm sure y'all see me almost bust my ass. I'm gonna leave that in the video. But I didn't make a whole lot of money. And so while I don't have money to spend on ads, because I spent about $1,000 a thou wow on ads, I'm gonna take some time and just kind of reevaluate and see what I can control and see what I can fix. And that's the thing, bro, like just see what I can fix, see what I can do better, so I can figure some of these things out and be in a better position for the rest of this week, and then kind of just chill. That's kind of the plan for today, man. But yeah, bro, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. My advice for this week, man, control what you can control and don't stress about what you can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, so many people get caught up in micromanaging every aspect of their life. You can't do that. You can't do that and go to sleep peacefully at night. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's too much for one person to handle. And I tell people this all the time. I tell my athletes this all the time. Control what you can control and let God control what you can't. Like, with my e-com thing, I can't control if somebody buys something. I can't control the sales aspect of it. What I can control is, man, is my product a good product? Is it something that's, you know, that people want to buy now? Is my website good? Is it trustworthy? So I can't control what people buy, but I can control everything else. Stop trying to be God, bro. Like, that's what it is. Stop trying to be God. I tell myself that. I remember in times in relationships, it's the same thing there. I remember sitting there and, you know, wondering if this person's day was going well, if how this person felt. You can't control how somebody fucking feels. What you can control, though, is what you're doing as a person. If you're upholding your commitment, if you're doing what you need to do to be successful and help that person out the best way that you possibly can without trying to control everything. So many people, they get caught up in a slump because, man, you're trying to control everything. You aren't designed to control everything. You can't control everything. Control what you can control, let God control the rest, man. Your problems look a lot bigger when you keep zooming in on them. So control what you can control. You can't control every aspect of your life. You can't control if somebody likes you. You can't control if coach is going to give you playing time. You can't control if your boss is going to promote you or not. You can't control if, you know, your parents' relationship is about to fail. You can't control if your own relationship is about to fail. What you can do is, hey, what can I do better? How can I put us or put me in a position to be successful? There's only one or two aspects that you can't control. So worrying about what you can't, you ain't gonna get too far, bro. Man, I really wish that first video was up. It felt a lot more fluid, but it is what it is. This wind is picking up, and I'm black. I'm about to take my black ass inside. So appreciate y'all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Yeah, man, we're just gonna plan out the rest of today, get some work done, and get to it. Make today a productive day. That's what I encourage y'all. The rest of this week, man, find something to be grateful for. Be careful about what you speak. Speak life into the things you want to see actually happen, whether it's trading, e-com, your relationship prospering, your friendships prospering, you getting a promotion with your job. Be willing to put in the work after you speak about it. Make sure your actions follow what you say. Naturally, a lot of times they do, but, you know, there are some people out there in the world, they think they could just speak about shit and not put in the work. That's not how that shit works. And then on that, so do that and then control what you can control, bro. Don't worry about what people think about you. Don't worry about, you know, about sales, about the market, about everything like that. Control what you can control. Portray yourself right. Be respectful to others. Love other people. Be nice to people. Be kind to people. That goes a long way, bro. Give out a compliment. It might not mean much to some people, but it might mean everything to others. So, but yeah, bro, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I'm black. I'm taking my ass inside.
Walk out, I ain't playing with him. There you go. 200,000 when I'm brand with it. There you go. They see a nigga in the land with it. There you go. No, you can't understand it. There you go. Keep running up the bands on him. There you go. Outside of Montana on him. There you go. I can't wait.